Hey everybody, Todd Mizener with the QCTimes and the Dispatch-Argus. I am here with Melissa Brown from IHMVCU. I got it.
Yes.
To introduce you to our Quad Citizen of the month for the month of October. I know it's November, but you have to bear with us, folks. We're getting cranking these babies out as best we can. Melissa, who is our Quad Citizen of the month?
You bet. As we stated earlier, volunteer extraordinaire, as we like to call her, working at Genesis Hospital, volunteering there. She volunteers for SHIP and she volunteers for the Friendly House. Let's bring in Lynn Sours.
Dun, 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 dun.
Lynn.
Hi, Lynn.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. Thanks for joining us, and congratulations on this is like the award to win in the Quad Cities if you're a nice person.
I'm very honored that someone nominated me. I truly am.
Well, the story that our reporter Jim Meenan wrote about you really paints you as a saint. Or is all those things true?
And more.
Oh, well, there you go, folks. Humble and lovable.
All of those things are true. Yes, I volunteer in all of. Well, with COVID, the Friendly House. I'm not doing anything with the Friendly House right now, but certainly the hospital and certainly the nursing honor guard.
So you're a retired nurse from Genesis, correct?
I am that.
And so why are you don't have your feet up on a beach somewhere relaxing after all those years of treating patients in the Quad Cities? And why you spend so much time volunteering?
I actually do spend a fair amount of time with my feet up on a beach because we like to cruise. But I don't know. I like to stay busy, and I'm not really a crafty person, knitting or crocheting. I'm left-handed, so I never really learned to do those kind of things. So I guess I just enjoy what I do. I just enjoy the volunteering.
What drew you to it originally? What was the first thing you volunteered for?
The very first thing I did was Vanderveer Park. The very first thing I did was go to the Humane Society, but it wasn't a good fit with me and animals because I'm afraid of dogs. So that made a poor fit.
I'm with you.
Then I went to Vanderveer Park to the that conservatory, and I worked there volunteered there in the store for several years, and then decided that I would try my feet at the gift shop at Genesis East. And I did that for quite a while. And then the Friendly House contacted me to do the SHIP training. So I did that because I was volunteering at the Friendly House there too. And I did the SHIP training. And then over time, because the SHIP is kind of time consuming, I stopped doing the Friendly House or the gift shop and kind of cut myself doing only the SHIP stuff through the hospital. My husband volunteers at the hospital. He worked at the gift shop until he went blind, lost his vision, and now he works the information desk at Genesis because he knew the hospital before he lost his vision. So he does that.
What does SHIP stand for?
It's Senior Health Information Insurance Program.
Okay, and what does that do?
We're basically we anybody that's 65 or over. I don't know. Neither one of you look like you are, but it's absolute labyrinth of things to figure out.
We have great makeup. We're actually 70.
You get a million postcards from every single thing that there is to do with Medicare, and people get so confused and they just become overwhelmed. And what we do is we kind of help them figure out what it is that would be best for them, help them figure out the best plan. If they happen to be, we do a screen for low income when you very first come in. And if you're low income, then we try to get you extra help. There's several different programs that give you extra help. Some pay your Medicare premium and your drug deductibles and your deductibles through your insurance or through your care. And some just pay your Medicare drug premium. But we try to get everybody that needs extra help. We deal with Medicare fraud. If somebody comes in and says, I got this bill and I don't understand why I'm being charged for a pacemaker when I went in to get my knee replaced, we file that. We also file disputes if somebody got an injection and they don't feel that they were told that it wasn't going to be paid for. We file disputes for them. And then now during open enrollment, which is October 15th to December 7th, everybody does a comparison once a year to make sure they're actually on the best plan for themselves. And so we do that during this time.
This sounds like a full-time gig. I mean,
We have a
the fact
counselor-
that you ever have your feet up, it seems beyond me.
Yeah.
No, you get to do your feet up a little bit after open enrollment, but during open enrollment, your feet are down all the time.
It's sort of like being an accountant during tax season.
That's
Yeah.
exactly right. That's exactly right. Yeah.
So tell us a little about the Honor Guard. I'm fascinated by that.
That is something that I am so proud to be a part of. We have, I want to say it was 7 or 8 years ago, some nurse went to a funeral out of state and they had an honor guard. So she came back and said, I want to start an honor guard for the Genesis nurses. And an email was sent out for any nurse that might be interested. And several of us responded that we would. And one of the nurses' mother was a nurse in Ireland, and she had her mother's cape. So she took it to a person that does sewing, and she made, I would think, about a dozen of these authentic Irish nurse capes. They're just beautiful. And they're lined, they're navy blue. They're absolutely beautiful. And then each nursing school has a different cap. So it was decided that we would design a cap and that all of us nurses wear the same cap. It probably looks nicer. Plus our caps, my cap is yellow from being so long ago. So we all wear the same cap. And when a nurse that worked for Genesis, St. Luke's, or Mercy passes, then all the funeral homes in the area know. They contact the person that's in charge is Lori Rudin in administration. They contact her, and then she sends out an email for nurses that are available. And then we show up on the day of the service, and usually we do our ceremony a little bit before when the visitation actually starts at 2. That's when we do our ceremony, and we have a really lovely, lovely poem that talks about, when your child was born, she was there. When your father had his last breath, she was there. And now it's time to go to heaven, and she is there. It's a lovely, lovely poem.
Aw.
Sounds really nice.
It makes me cry. And we give the family that laminated poem. And then we have a nightingale lantern that we have lit at the beginning of the ceremony. We extinguish it and give that to the family too, because her light's gone out. And then we have a rose that we place on the casket, or if there's not a casket, then we place it in the memorial area. And then we stand for probably 15 or 20 minutes after that, just stand a guard at her while the people come through the visitation.
That is awesome.
Wow.
It is.
Having nurses in my family, that's awesome. That's
Right.
That's
And I
really
understand
amazing.
Started one too. I think the word gets out about how nice it is and how lovely it is that the Trinity has started their own honor guard now.
Wow. Congratulations.
Very nice.
Well, you're the quintessential person that gets nominated for these kinds of award, this award, and that goes the extra mile for the Quad Cities and makes the Quad Cities such a great place to live. Melissa has a little gift for you.
Oh,
Absolutely. In honor of all that you do and your volunteerism, we appreciate that. And Mississippi Valley Credit Union would like to gift you with a $250 Visa gift card. So congratulations. And thank you for all that you do.
well, you're welcome. I have to tell you, I do enjoy it. You can thank me if you want to, but I have a good time doing it.
Well, I think that everybody Melissa and I have talked to for the last 2 years that I've been involved with this, every single person that we interview is just a joyous light that inspires people who hopefully watch these or read the stories, and we're so proud to be involved at the Quad City Times, as I know Melissa and the credit union are. It's great to be associated with super nice people, especially during the pandemic where things are a little bit tougher all the way around.
I have to tell you, it's really difficult for me to not go back to work. I really would like to be working during the COVID challenge, but my children don't want me to.
They're looking at your safety.
Understand and say, you got to do what you need to do, but my children don't want me to go back to work. But I would love the challenge of it. I would love it.
Wow, that's what makes you such a great person.
Exactly.
Is there anything we left out?
I can't think of, I mean, the Friendly House obviously, but we're just not doing that during COVID. So
Right.
I did a couple of things for them. They have a food pantry, and the food bank likes you to have a couple of fundraisers on your own every year. And so since I was involved with the food pantry, I came up with two things that we've done for several years and we've raised several $1,000s. We do the beverage tents at the Street Fest during the Bix, and then we did the Blues Fest, but now they do that current, so we haven't been doing that. But we do the Blues Fest, and I think that's done by the Blues Fest people. That's not through the Chamber of Commerce does the Street Fest, and we work with both of them. And then I do a white elephant auction, which it's turned out to be just a really good time. It costs you $10 to get in and a white elephant, and then we give you $10,000 in auction bucks, and you sit down and we auction off the white elephants, and you can. One time I got 3 gallons of paint and a Sherpa blanket. You can't beat that. You just can't beat it.
No, not at all.
I have a little list of people, so I get all the food donated. So the food's 100% profit. We sell hot dogs and made rice and things like that during that time, and that's all profit because I get it all donated. So we usually raise between $800 and $1,000 at the White Elephant auction.
That's fantastic.
Nice.
Back into the food pantry to purchase whatever they want to do. Plus, I belong to a group of people. We call ourselves the Domino Ladies, and we at Christmas time we each put in a certain amount, and then we buy paper products because the food pantries don't have a budget for paper towels and toilet paper and diapers and things. So we donate instead of giving each other a gift because we don't need a gift. We make a large donation to the food pantries.
Well, thank you very much for being such a great person. And thank you very much for joining us. Melissa, thank you. Remember, Quad Cities, wear your masks.
Wear a mask.
Wear your masks. Let's get through this together.
We'll get
All
through
right. All right. Thanks very much, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, Lynn.
Bye.